Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, again. Thank you very much for the organization coming to have me today here again. Our session is a FACO in special conditions or in special situations. Not all FACO are usually the same. So we have to prepare always, all the time, to any case that we are facing. Of course, the level of doing it, you have to be more controlled, more training during your fellowships or your training you're doing the cases, but all the time you have to prepare the weapons for each surgery that you do, as the Prof. Allah say that. So in my cases, small pupil actually sometimes when you are reaching a level to doing FACO, sometimes you say no, I will do it FACO even in small pupils, but actually I find the safety should come first at all the time. So it doesn't matter that they do the surgery without doing it properly, but doing it faster without taking more consideration on the pupil size, but at the end you will facing so much problems ended by a very complicated cases. So I will explain in this case that how to do the surgery is very safely. In a small pupil, as we said, we have to use all the weapons that you know. First of all, this طبعا المشاكل عادة ما تأتي يعني وحدة لازم أكو مشاكل يعني عندك small pupil أكو عندك wide cataract وmature cataract والpatient uncomplicated. So كل هاي الcomplication تجي مرة واحدة، يعني ما تلاقي لك وحدة يدز لك الله complication واحدة، زين؟ فأنت لازم تكون تمشي وياها. أول شيء أستخدم الانترا كاميرال الفينال فرين preservative free، هذا شفته إنه ممكن يساعدك تمشي بالموضوع. بعدين usually when you stain should stain under air to protect the endothelium. هذا الويبن الأول. الويبن الثاني عندك الفيسكو dissection. Visco dissection is very important, especially it's the heavy visco. You go behind the pupil and you can start to inject, trying to pushing the margin of the pupil away from you. طبعا I'm sorry for the هذا الديسربشن مال الفيديو أعتقد من الكمبيوتر. بعدين أكو نستخدم المانيوال iris stretching. Actually it's also come in my hand very well. You do it by manually from each side. So I do it, then I decide to go for طبعا I myself feeling much better with the cystotome, but I connect it to the helon directly, so I don't want to go and enter any time. At the same time, when I want to inject. But at this time, I realize that there is no way I have to go for iris hook. So whenever you feel that the mission will not accomplish, go and don't hesitate to put the iris hook, because the situation become more complicated. When putting the iris hook, now في أكو عندنا some tricks. Usually, if you put the iris hook, should be the AC not very full, should be flat, so you can easily pulling the iris away. And usually, when you put the iris hook, put it each two sides together. Okay, so it's very better. Now the condition is very good. Everything is start very well. The pupil size is very good and it's controlled. Then I go to enter again with this is the micro forceps, because I have a very thick capsular anterior capsule. I try to pull it, okay, from side, then go again from other side and pull it away. So the capsular axis, and usually in this cases, as Prof. Allah say, that I'm doing a large capsular axis little bit. Then خلصنا من موضوع السمول ايرس. هنا بقى الكبسولة ما قبل تنفتح، فسويت لها cutting by the venous. Okay, we start phaco. Here the emulsification of the anterior capsules was very difficult. You know, anterior capsule is a fibrosis, so it's you need to cut it by a cutter, but by increasing the power and the vacuum, it starts working very well. My favorite technique usually is direct chopping, vertical, horizontal chopping, whatever that you have, increasing the power and vacuum here. This is the first chop. طبعا I'm sorry الفيديو انه شوية disruption صاير بيه لانه اعتقد after that I go for a multiple chopping, chop. You have to take in consideration something is very important, the keystone, something called the keystone, which is in the middle of the main nucleus. This part, sometimes you're doing the chopping, but you find that the nucleus is not shaped very well, because هاي الحجارة اللي قاعدة بالنص هي اللي ماسكت لك كل الأطراف مالت النيوكليوس. سو انزل على هاي الحجاره نفسها بالفيكو بروب، اطلع اسحبها ليفوق كسرها، راح تلاقي كل الروابط ما بين النيوكليوس انفتحت وتقدر تقسم انت very easily. So this is called the keystone of the nucleus. You have to search for the keystone. Where is your keystone اللي مربوطه بيها كل الاساسات مالت النيوكليوس. فهنا I go again for a multiple chopping then start to emulsify. multiple chopping start to emulsify. تخيل انت عندك هاي الوضعيه وهي small pupil. So you have to all the time ensure you have a good stability of the entire chamber. For the sake of the time, I will go a little bit faster. So again, I finished everything now. Usually I remove the iris hooks before I'm going for the IA, because no more I need that, because already the pupil will start dilated even if I remove that. I inject the IOL in the bag. Everything is good. Then go for IA and removing the vitreous. طبعا هنا راح يبدي الايرس يضايقك انه يبدي يطلع from the main wound. Never mind, خليه للنهايه. Just control the pressure inside and behind the iris level, okay? And everything will become after that is very safe. Don't forget in such cases to inject air in the AC to maintain the AC and to make sure the good stability of the wound. So again, in the cases of smaller pupils, don't hesitate to use all the weapons that you have, because nobody will forgive you if any complication that happened and you are not using it very well. Thank you very much for your attention.